Entering the next phase of my international life, I started a business that relates to Japan. But let me rewind back a little bit. So in 2014, I started a journey. I was finishing up my time as an ALT teaching English to junior high school kids in Fukuoka, Japan on the JET program. And I was looking to get back into the digital social media marketing world. It was what I had done before moving to Japan in Silicon Valley at a small startup there. I fortunately found a job at a pretty decent sized Japanese digital agency called TAM. And I was able to work with the CEO there to help crack a window so that they could do more internationally related work. You see, in Japan, there's this cultural and language barrier that exists that prevents a lot of Japanese companies from working with companies overseas and vice versa. Now, throughout my years there, I realized that these barriers are actually quite huge. They're bigger than most of us realize when we hear that there are these cultural and language barriers. Not only is it hard for companies to work together, but it's also difficult for businesses to cross borders, communicate with the local market, and expand. I've worked on Japanese government projects going outbound to international markets, but I've also worked with companies trying to market to Japan. I've gone to work with small startups, large corporations, airlines, international resort chains, fashion brands, and so on. So I got to see a pretty wide range of companies, and I've noticed that there are certain things that each of them have some difficulty with. For these projects, I mainly worked with specialists at TAM because they are native Japanese, so they know the culture, the language, the market. They are living in Japan, so they have a very modern pulse on what's actually going on today. And then me, I understand the client side and their concerns and what their brand is about. So together we form this team that can provide a lot of value to these international clients. And I'm still doing that today. So I decided to start a company to do just that. And we're called TAMCO X. So TAMCO X is within the TAM group. The TAM group has several different companies doing various things in the digital space, such as UI, UX design, e-commerce, website building, digital ad planning, VR, world creation, AI tool creation, content creation, and so on. So we kind of together cover a large space in the digital realm. What's also great about this setup is that each of us in the TAM group can go to each other for each other's resources and knowledge and experiences and learn from each other, as well as work together and collaborate in order to provide the best services to our clients. You see, we hear that there is a lot of language and cultural differences between Japan and other Western countries. And throughout these years, I've come to realize that it's not just about translating text and learning business etiquette, like passing business cards and whatnot. A lot of the challenges are around how to even reach Japanese consumers in a natural way so that they pay attention and maybe get interested and eventually decide to purchase your product or services. In order to do this, we have to build relevance and gain their trust. And this is in a market where people live very differently a lot of times from places like the US again. So because of that, the marketing and the approach also has to be different. And that's where we come in. We want to help businesses localize their offering and localize their communication so that they do become natural for the target customer in Japan. And we do this through things like Japanese social media, digital advertising, localized websites and e-commerce sites, influencers, publications in Japanese media sites. Basically, it is a form of digital communication and it can impact the target customer in Japan. We can do it. So it's an exciting time. I'm looking forward to continuing on my journey in this international life. I'm looking forward to working with people I've already been working with, but also working with new potential clients and collaborators. So if anybody's interested, I'll leave some links down in the description below, so check that out. But thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me update you on my US, Hawaii, Japan life. Crazy year, been really busy, probably one of the most productive years I've had in my life. I'll be updating a little bit more on these other things that I've been doing in videos to come, so please stay tuned to that. But thanks for being here again. Hope to see you in the next one.